All right, veterans and beer. I want to say happy 4th of July. Happy birthday to America. Now we are at, 249 years. So we're going into the 250 year of America's existence. And with that being said, I want to thank all the men and women who are currently serving around the world that are, away from their families and not being able to celebrate. I am fortunate enough right now that I don't think you can see because of the lighting, but I am in sunny San Diego, gorgeous right now. Um, Came out here on vacation, and it's been really, really fun. Got to have some drinks with my son, with some friends, and right now we're gonna go to a Rangers game. See, as you can see, my son would probably say that that's dumb or whatever. He would talk shit, but I don't even care. Um, but I want to give you a little bit of a background as to why I haven't been on here. I've had a few deaths recently that kind of shook me up a little, and one of them was a fellow veteran. He served 23, 24 years, and he died in a motorcycle accident. Please, 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 please wear your helmets and be safe out there. Another reason that I haven't been is I was pretty busy with the Irreverent Warriors hike, supporting veterans suicide awareness and just being able to do that for other veterans. So I haven't quite gotten back into the rhythm of doing interviews and having my normal podcast. So I need to get to doing that again. I miss it. I miss hearing the stories. I miss seeing people's faces and getting feedback from it, because it's definitely fun and enjoyable. Another reason is I was just going through some personal stuff, a little bit of a depression and anxiety, and it just was all leading up to everything, and I just held back, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do this right now, because I don't know that it's really, my heart wasn't in it. It was just, I was just dealing with some stuff personally, and I just wanted to kind of shake it off. So now I got to get back into the routine and do these things. But there's some good things coming up with not just with the Irreverent Warriors, but other organizations. So now I'm going to be part of I'm going to help out with Soldier's Best Friend, where in the state of Arizona, they've already done 470 dogs. They train service dogs and pair them up with somebody. Somebody brings it in, they do a little intake, they check everything, and so that's a great organization for you to check out. We're gonna do something in the Tucson area because they're based out of Phoenix, but they do a lot of dogs everywhere. And this is gonna be a great opportunity for those of you guys who are local to come out, take a look at, see what they have, and then who knows? I know a lot of you qualify for service dogs. I definitely qualify, but I can't do it right now because I travel internationally. So I'll be having them on board, and I am going to have the owner of that organization, or the president of that organization, come on, and we're going to do an interview. And it's not necessarily as to, he didn't serve, but the thing is, he's doing something for us, and that's his why. So I want to have him on here. We already talked about it, and we're gonna, have that. He'll be my first civilian that I have on here, but he does a lot with the military community, and this is just a perfect tie-in, especially with his organization. I still got to get Luis on here, and now that I'm down in San Diego tonight, I'm gonna go hang out with some friends. Hopefully, I can get a couple of them to hop on here and do the podcast as well, because this is fun. Excuse me. And this tells their story. One of them still active duty. One of them did 10 years in the Marines, and they both were part of the Irreverent Warrior leadership that put it on for San Diego. There's no hike here in San Diego, but we have one potentially coming up, or we have definitely one in Phoenix. I'll be going to the one in, where was it? In Milwaukee potentially, and I want to try to get out to Connecticut, and then definitely the San Antonio one, because I gotta go. You know what I mean? I gotta go. But it'll be a great time. It'll be fun and enjoyable. And some of the other updates that I wanted to give you guys is use those references that I've been giving you. Use those sources that that I've put out there before. They do help. They do work. I have again, I've mentioned this time and time again. I have a couple counselors that I seek some help with. I'm changing a lot about myself, starting to work out more, starting to do the things that I used to do while I was in the military to take care of myself, and it makes a big difference. I don't the working out kind of gives me something to look forward to, especially now with my 16-year-old son wanting to work out and lift. He still isn't going to ever be able to outlift dad, but it doesn't matter. And we'll, do those things for yourself. Do because once you start feeling better, then that depression goes away. That depression, don't seek the help of alcohol or anything else that'll kind of just mind you, or numb you, shall I say, numb your mind and not allow you to think clearly. Because once you're clouded, like I was a couple of months ago, it you just spiral. And I had to step up and step out of that situation to get me where I'm at. And that working out helps. My two counselors help. I have one for relationships, and it's not relationships with a partner or something. It's more for building back relationships that I've torn apart from my depression and anxiety. And it's working, but I mean, we all still get in our heads and we all still go through things. So definitely reach out for that. And then I have one for all my military stuff and any traumas that I've been through. She's a phenomenal help. The Veterans Center, the Vet Center in every city, every major city has a vet center. Go see them. Free counseling, especially. I think you have to be have deployed to a combat related zone and or retired. I don't remember what it was, but the majority of you guys that are watching have been to combat zones, and seek that help. It makes a huge difference. Lastly, I want to say thank you to all those that are loyal subscribers. I have not been on here. I have not done any stories lately, and I need to get back on there. So my apologies to you for not giving you your weekly dose of some stories. But I will start making time. My daughter's softball team we were supposed to go to All Stars, and that didn't happen. So now I have a lot of free time. I'm not going to be coaching till September, I think, again. And when I coach, it takes up a lot of time. She's that team deserves a lot of time as well. So I should be good until September. So I'll get some in, and hopefully I can see some of you guys in these hikes. Enjoy it. Shout out to IW. I know they're no sponsor of us or me and what I do here, but the stories and the people that you see in these hikes, for those of you guys who are veterans, go to these hikes. I know sometimes, it's geared towards a little bit of alcohol or whatnot, and you can always step away from that. But these hikes definitely bring you together and help you kind of regain that sense of purpose. There's so many testimonials of individuals who go to these hikes and they go there with the intent of I don't know what's going on because I don't fit into society. They get to these hikes and they make lifelong friends. I mean, I got a couple of them that, one of my friends, she just went to the hike in March, and now she's got a whole network of people here in Tucson. And this is what it's about. So please, if you get the opportunity, I apologize for my cough. But if you get the opportunity, take that. Go to a hike. We got a Phoenix hike coming up in October. I think it's October 12th with Perla. I got to get her on here to see what her why is because, she's got some phenomenal stories. So Perla, if you're listening, please, let's schedule some time to do this one. And then just continue. Kelly, you're another one that I need to get you on. So please, if you get the opportunity, hit up those hikes. And my daughter just walked in, so she made a lot of noise, so I apologize. I'm doing a podcast, baby. Okay. All right, well, thank you very much. Again, subscribe, like, share, and don't be afraid to seek that help as you need it. It's important, and there's a lot of great resources as I've put out there. If you know of other resources, put them in the comments. Share them with everybody else, because as I get these Soldiers' Best Friends and other ones, there's a couple of other military waters and fishing stuff. I'm going to start putting them out there for everybody to see and everybody to work with. So thank you guys again. Like, share, subscribe, and definitely comment on these. Talk to you soon.